Hi, pile 3. I just thought that would be cute. It probably wasn't even that poppin', but it's okay. I am so confident that, yo, I really did that as if you guys could see me. But anyways, let's get back. Hi, pile 3s. If you chose this pile, you were either attracted to this citrine right here, or you were attracted to the number 3, the pile itself, or the letter P in the word hope. So let's get into what this overall energy is coming towards you this new moon. What is the overall energy coming towards pile 3 this new moon? Wow, talk about swords. Okay, so you have the 2 of swords in reverse and the 4 of swords in reverse. They're pile 3s. That's interesting because I had totally forgot that this was the only stone from the 7 chakras crystal set that I have, and I was like, oh wow, this is third chakra energy, solar plexus, and here we get nothing but throat chakra energy, 2 chakras up, but still very important and connected. I think I'm low-key learning, like slowly, how that third chakra, that solar plexus, how it very much has, oh wow, no, I did not just learn that. I knew that. I was told that your third chakra energy holds enough energy source to be able to assist your other chakras in, either opening up or finding more balance if it's too open. And I'm wondering about like self-confidence and how words affect us. And at this point, I feel like I talk about words in every video, but words are so important because it's literally how we communicate with others, and they literally carry vibrations and energies in the way that we speak them out loud, in the way that we use them, in what we feel when we use them. And I think that's so important for this pile so that they can distinguish that, because swords energy is very much air energy. It's very much words, it's very much communication. And think about air and how fast it travels and how it touches everywhere, and like it can be suffocating sometimes, or you can suffocate without it. And it's just very intense is the point that I'm trying to get. Air can be intense. We can't see it, we feel it though. And I think sometimes that's why we take it for granted. And it's a similar thing with words, right? We can see words if we write them down, but we can't see the words in our head. We can feel them though. We can't see the words that people speak at us, but we feel them when we receive it. And I see very much that your words may have been a block, or it may be blocking you. You guys may have been like really heavily, very anxious. That's definitely that kind of vibe of anxiety here, especially with this 2 of swords. This 2 of swords in the original tarot deck, the person is holding the swords against their chest. They're creating the block very much so, because they can easily let those swords go and use it as a defense, but instead they're blocking their hearts. They're literally blocking their hearts, an X, right? And I feel like that is what your thoughts or the words that you're intaking is really, that's how it's affecting you. That's how it's helping you to create a block. And I wish I had the deck. I want to pull more to be like, this is what you need to do. Because I'm not a therapist. But I wonder if you guys may need to seek some outside counsel just to get a little bit more managed on these thoughts that you're hearing and just to be able to really function better within that, and not let it consume us, because I feel like at this point it might be consuming you guys. Something definitely went on. There was some sort of fighting, I want to say, during this new moon period for my pile threes. Some sort where someone had more to say than the other person. I wonder if you had to be defensive for a reason. Let's see what truths will the new moon bring for you guys? Pile 3, what truth will the new moon bring for you guys? You have attempt, you have protect, and you have center. I wonder if you guys had to try something new and then you quickly saw how maybe you tried something new, or you suggested something new, and then really had to retreat and really had to like protect yourself, get in and like really talk to that smaller version of you to help recenter yourself. Or maybe you guys are trying to do something outside of your comfort zone, but you're really talking to yourself. You're really second guessing yourself and about what you can bring to the table. And you guys need a little bit more protection. Yeah. You guys need a little bit more protection. You definitely have this. You want to start something, and you should start it. You should attempt. Definitely go ahead and use that self-confident, that third chakra energy, and definitely go for what it is that you want to try out. But make sure you're protecting yourself. Make sure you're really, because the Four of Swords is about meditation, or finding meditation. That's how I see the Four of Swords, I should have said instead. But finding some form of meditation, and trying to live outside of our heads and outside of the thoughts that are roaming through, being more present, because that's one thing that can help with anxiety, is being more present, reminding yourself about here and now and not what the future can bring. It's important to see where we can be in order to call in these things, but we don't need to examine all the ways in which things could go left, because then we get really anxious and then we need more protection. So you definitely need to you see how like she has the leaves growing from her feet, grounding yourself, and allowing that to bring healing from the bottom all the way up, building and charging, so that way you can find real bliss and center. That way you can really get to the core of things and not have to worry too much. You can see that when you attempt to fly on this project, you're going to get where you're going. And life has its way of being life. Look at Corona in this last year. But in that same breath, I say, look at this last year and how much you are still able, how you still want to take a chance regardless of what life can come and shake the table on you. But the divine feminine energy walking with you, pile 3, is Kuan Yin, the goddess of compassion. I recognize suffering in order to release it. Curiosity breeds compassion. Wow, you cannot make this up. I recognize suffering in order to release it. Curiosity breeds compassion. Recognize and tap in. Tap in. Oh, I like how there's 2 small animals here. Sorry. Tap in to yourself, to your suffering. Those thoughts, they're stemming from somewhere. Tap in and find out where it's stemming from. Tap in and find out, like, where in your life you learned that, or your mind, was saving you from something at that point in time, and it still thinks that it's saving you from that, and you need to tap in and remind yourself, hey, no, we're in the now. We're present right here. And then we got Saraswati. the goddess of self-knowledge. The essence of who I am flows effortlessly into everything I create. The goddess of self-knowledge. Literally, self-knowledge, self-compassion, self-esteem, self-confidence. All they all hold a little bit of value of each other within the other, because once you have knowledge of self, you're able to be more confident, you're able to be more self-compassionate for what you've been through, like, for unpacking and the process that it took for you to get from where you are to where you want to be. All of that takes for you to be a little nicer to yourself, to understand a little bit more of yourself, to be accepting of yourself and where you were, where you're going. And that way your sense of self can flourish, and it can be very wide and expansive. And you don't have to try to fit yourself into a box, because you know what you want to attempt. What you want to attempt is going to bring you this center. It's going to bring you this core essence of who you are and where you want to be, where you want to see yourself going. So don't worry too much, Pile 3. You have the tools, You have the tools. And even if you feel that you don't have all the tools, know that you have one tool that you can hold on to until the next tool comes along, because sometimes that's what we need. We just need to find out how to hold on to something so we can see that it works. But my Pile 3s, I'm sending you so much love. I'm sending you so much warmth. I'm sending you hugs, and I'm sending you all of the sweetest, 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 sweetest honey for your week, for your moment, for right now after this video. I love you. Ciao.